Hello, BFA community. We are sharing a common global challenge. Whilst recognizing that each of our personal circumstances and experiences is different, I'm grateful for this opportunity to share some perspective. 2020 introduced us all to uncertainty on a global scale. We were rather unceremoniously hurled out of our comfort zones. But we adapted reasonably well, and we established a new kind of normal. We were hopeful for an ongoing improvement into 2021. Culturally, I think it's safe to say that when we plan ahead, we prefer certainty over uncertainty. We like to have a sense of being in control. However, we have to learn in life to live in the humility of uncertainty and trust. Faith doesn't exist without doubt. This is a way of living that our faith professes, but it is a way of living in which we are not well trained, and oftentimes we find it difficult. In addition to uncertainty, this current global challenge has brought other unwelcome experiences. Social isolation, causing us to feel disconnected, perhaps even lonely at times. Loss of sport, social activities, and school activities that normally give us something to really look forward to. Disappointment when our expectations are not met. Many of us are living and working in one space. Your schoolwork, your home, and the hours in a day easily merge to become a blur. The combination of these rather unwelcome experiences and more means that you may be struggling, at times struggling with motivation. You're not alone. So here are some suggested steps to manage motivation. 1. Recognize the impact of the demotivating experiences and express how you are feeling. 2. Find and meditate on truths from God's words about life and promises. From this position of humility and trust, realize that you can't control the world, at least not right now. Then cut yourself some slack by prayerfully setting short-term simple goals that you can accomplish. Your short-term goals could be daily or weekly. And here are some examples of daily or weekly goals. Set times to be on media. Set a time to meet with a friend to talk about the things that friends talk about. Set goals related to your work. Set some health goals involving sleep, eating, and physical exercise. Perhaps learn to do something new that challenges you, or sort that cupboard or drawer that you've been putting off. Challenges on this current scale are not new, and these kinds of global challenges become history. It is who you are becoming through the challenge that lives a future history. I want to assure you that BFA is working with German authorities to get you all back on campus for in-person learning. We will let you know as soon as we know. In closing, here's a true story about 7 people who decided to give up and return to a former way of life. Reading from the Message, John chapter 21, verses 1 to 6. Simon Peter, Thomas, nicknamed Twin, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the brothers Zebedee, and 2 other disciples were together. Simon Peter announced, "I'm going fishing." This is at a time after Jesus has already died, and the disciples are uncertain about their future, and they've decided that returning to their former way of living is the safest thing to do. So back to the scripture. The rest of them replied, "We're going with you." They went out, got in the boat, and they caught nothing that night. And the sun came up, Jesus was standing on the beach, but they didn't recognize him, I guess understandably so. Jesus spoke to them. "Good morning. Did you catch anything for breakfast?" They called back, "No." He said, "Throw the net off the right side of the boat and see what happens." They did what he said. All of a sudden, there were so many fish in it, they weren't strong enough to pull it in.